This engraving by the artist Robert Bonus probably shows the most comprehensive view of the Wakefield viaducts. However, the fact that he showed only 91 arches, 1 girder bridge and no road bridges suggests he may have been more interested in its artistic value than in its accuracy. But has anyone ever identified the 99 arches? Well, we shall see. Prior to 1865, the route from Wakefield to London by rail was via Kirgate Station. Westgate Station had not yet been built. But there was a line from Leeds to Wakefield. And so, together with the Great Northern Railway, they decided to extend the line to Kirgate. This present-day train is about to cross the bridge over Westgate. And in those days it would stop at a temporary station at the top of Piccadilly, built on 4 sturdy arches, from where there was an embankment running adjacent to Piccadilly, leading to Ings Road. This is Ings Road from the Kirgate end. The bridge on the right is a later addition, built to accommodate the two-way traffic and has nothing to do with the 99 arches. The arch on the left is the beginning of the viaduct, which had to be built to reach and cross Denbydale Road, eventually to join the new viaduct to Doncaster. Here, another embankment was built, using 100,000 cubic yards of material brought from Renthorpe Cutting to achieve the required height for it to reach Kirgate. This train, coming from Westgate, is about to cross over the Denbydale Road, and notice that once over, it begins to disappear. This is because it has gone onto the aforesaid embankment to reach Kirgate. Meanwhile, the West Riding and Joint Grimsby Railway Company, under the chairmanship of Roland Wynne, had started to survey a more direct route from Doncaster to Wakefield to join up with the Leeds to Wakefield line. Problems for the surveyor were the low-lying lands approaching Wakefield, the many roads that it would have to cross, and not least the River Calder. However, eventually an Act was passed and the work began, not necessarily in that order. In any case, the so-called 99 arches started its checkered life. The first obstacle was Shay Lane, which separates Walton from Crofton, requiring a small viaduct of 9 arches, 8 red brick arches, and with a stone bridge over the road dividing them. During construction of the arches, 2 unrelated deaths were reported, thought to be caused by negligence on the part of the constructors. Today, the arches are on the edge of a nature reserve. From here, the line runs on an embankment to AGBRIGG, crossing the road north of Sandal Station. The bridge is a girder bridge, but there are indications that it could have been a brick arch. AGBRIGG Road runs into the busy Barnsley Road, at which point in the distance the line can be seen to pass over the Barnsley Road by yet another girder bridge. Widened in the 1960s, the stone abutments removed to accommodate the increase in traffic. From here the line continues on an embankment down the side of Sandal Park, where the Battle of Wakefield was thought to have been fought in the 1460s. The line then reaches Manygates Lane, leading to Sandal Castle. The bridge in Manygates Lane could also have been an arch, and it's from here that this photograph was taken, showing where the viaduct from Doncaster joins the earlier built viaduct from Ings Road to Denbydale Road. But a stone arch over Portobello Road was built for access only. And so we reached the River Calder, flowing towards Kirgate Bridge, and where, at the far end of Thorns Wharf, the river, until the 1930s, was spanned by a cast-iron bridge 176 feet in length, at that time the longest span in the country. The 4 brick abutments faced with stone supported the ironwork and was built on a deep stone foundation. In the 1930s, the iron bridge was replaced by a steel bridge, deemed necessary because of the increase in rail traffic. It's interesting that the steel sections came from Middlesbrough, clearing Ardsley Tunnel by a mere inch. On the abutments, there are now 2 plaques, one bearing the names of the railway companies and the other bearing the names of the people responsible for its erection. From the Kirgate side, the view through the first arch beyond the bridge is rather picturesque. But it's the view from the other side, looking towards Kirgate, that gives a stunning view of the longest stretch of arches in the viaduct. Once round the corner, the viaduct dominates the houses and gardens of Fuljarm Street. Named after Thomas Fuljarm, who built Homefield House in the 1800s. The other side of the arches are in Tadman Street, where there is rather a good view of the city skyline. For how much longer, I wonder? Here the arches are partly obscured by industry, but eventually reach Thorns, where there is a splendid stone arch over Thorns Road. All these arches have been reinforced by having mini brick arches built at right angles to each main arch. Through the arch are some children's swings, and opposite is the Admiral Duncan, down the side of which is Avondale Street, where there are 9 more arches to where the L&Y line crosses the West Riding and Grimsby line. On the other side of the bridge, the arches continue to pass through Trinity Business Park, once home to the Wakefield Greyhouse Stadium. As we enter the park, from the other side, the remainder of the arches can be seen, well used by industry, right up to where the new viaduct joins the old one. Here, an embankment takes the trains east to Kirgate Station. This train, coming from Westgate, is disappearing because it's going onto the embankment to Kirgate. This train, also from Westgate, is going onto the viaduct to reach Doncaster. Whilst westwards, the arches join the old viaduct this side of Denbydale Road. Well, has anyone solved the mystery of the 99 arches? With all those statistics to go at, you should be able to juggle the figures and come up with the right answer. The government do it all the time, and even I can do it. One railway enthusiast stated there were 93 arches and they started at Sandal, while the 3 bridges at Sandal are all road bridges and have nothing to do with the viaduct. So scrub those 3 and add on the 9 arches at Shay Lane, which were built with the new viaduct. QED. To round things up, a station with a clock tower was eventually built in Westgate. Its entrance through this green door and up some steps. Later a canopy was added, and later still taken down. Which brings us to the present station, which I can assure you won't be there much longer.